Okay, everybody, hold your horses. All right, somewhat better. Here's my thoughts on 9/11. Okay, I want to say the plane hit, the fuel melted, it collapsed. I don't think so. Common knowledge, a little bit of research has told me otherwise. I'm going to state a couple of points. Okay, independent scientists, which I'm not, I never claimed to be, have said jet fuel and all, the triangle of how fire works and all that stuff. Look it up. You have to have fuel, oxygen, and I think an ignition source. I can't really remember. It's been a while, but it didn't get hot enough to melt the steel beams and the yada yada. Okay. If you look at the buildings, it looks like a controlled demolition on, I think, Tower 3 and Tower 7. They just went imploded on themselves. Stuff like that will just implode on itself. Sorry. That make no sense. And you know what? I've always been told a liar will change up their stories. The government changes up their stories a lot. And take a look of the events that happened after 9/11. They said 9/11 will go down in history and it will change our daily lives. And it has. And this is some of the stuff that, common sense and me thinking, okay, tighter screenings in airports. Obviously, that's going to happen. Tighter border security. Of course, that's going to happen. We're going to go to war. That's going to happen. Which, in fact, destabilized those countries we went to war with. Which, yeah. A lot of Bush said you're either with us or you're against us. And just look at how society changed after that. Now we basically have no privacy. And I mean, just look. Do your research. Use your brain. I may sound like every other conspiracy nut around. You don't make no sense. But if you sit down and actually think about what happened, you start putting little pieces together. Look at all the first-hand accounts that firefighters, paramedics, and even the general public that were around the building and in the building. Okay, they said, "Oh yeah, this didn't explode." But how come there's people, they went right after it happened, or one tower collapsed, and they said, "Okay, look, yeah, we heard explosions. Come on." And thermite, it has to be ignited, and it goes poof. You can. And they said thermite cannot cut diagonally, not diagonally, but it cannot cut vertically and horizontally. Okay, I've had a few friends and a few associates that's been in the military, and yeah, thermite just sitting on top of something, why not melt? And it may. It has to be formed to what you're going to do. You want to burn through an engine block, you got to form it. You want to cut something, you got to form it. I lost my train of thought. With explosions and such, shit don't just boom, boom, boom. Ground chemical reactions, blah, blah, blah. But NIST, all the mainstream people that say, "Oh, this happened, that happened." Like I said, independent scientists have proven thermite can cut through steel beams. Thermate can cut through steel beams. Like I said, it has to be formed to do so. But going back, that's my opinion on the towers falling. It is a few key points of mine. It is controlled demolition. thermite or thermate was used. Thermite or thermate can cut and form jet fuel and regular jet fuel. Not burn hot enough to melt steel. Why? Why do you think thermite can burn through engine blocks? Why do you think thermite can melt through concrete? Common sense shit. You know, people that's worked with this compound or this non-explosive will tell you what I just told you. Don't believe me? You know, someone's been in the military, ask them about thermite. They know what it is. If they've had some certain occupations in the military, they've worked with it. But going back to how our lives changed, I got off on a 6-minute rant. What I thought made sense to me. Everybody else is different. They think different. You believe what you want to believe. I'm believe what I believe. I believe off evidence. Evidence is a big thing. Credible evidence. If I didn't have the evidence to think what I thought, I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying. But we go back to how our life changed. Okay. After that, we went to war with blah 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 blah. You know, that was an excuse to go to war, destabilize their countries. And of course, you know, the government is going to pit it on Osama bin Laden and these terrorists, blah, 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 blah. And like I said, how our lives changed. No, we're under surveillance. I'm not surprised they're watching me right now making this video. Fine, whatever. Tighter security. People speaks up, you know, you're called crazy. You know, you have evidence. You know, tighter security at airports, border crossings, surveillance. We're going to war more often. I mean, but there's a cadre of reasons if you look at it. You know, this is what happened after this. You know, okay. Another example, DHS. Let's see. I think DHS was its own thing, and then DHS was introduced into the Department of Defense, DoD, and then FEMA was its own standalone organization, and then 2005, 2006, 2009, sometime 2000s, it was introduced into FEMA, was introduced into DHS. You know, everything is not, you know, a standalone organization now. It's all linked into one. You know, FEMA going into the DHS and then DHS going into DoD. Think about it, people. What's going on? And just do your research. You know, sort through what makes sense, what doesn't. You know, what looks fishy, what doesn't. And you know, basically, oh crap, my case broke. Darn. Lost train of thought done. If you took ADHD medicine, that would have helped. Or I should have sat down and wrote a script. That would help. But, you know, I'd rather just sit here and jibber jabber about it. And just use your brain. Shit's changing. Shit's been changing since 2001, 2002, when that happened. Shit's been changing, and it's going to change. But, you know, all the government entities are squishing into one. You know, and some straight points, you know, 9/11 was an inside job. I believe it. I believe the Illuminati exist. Call me tinfoil cap wearer. I don't care. A few key points of mine. Okay, everyone said 9/11 will be remembered and it will change our daily lives. It will change every aspect of our lives. And it has. Three key points of that was tighter security, more surveillance, which, tighter security, okay. But being intrusive on private citizens' privacy, it's another whole deal. I'm not even going to go into that. Tighter security, tighter surveillance. There's only two I can really think off the top of my head, but research it. It makes sense. It did change our lives. Not only as a nation, but our government. It's changed our government. There's people inside pulling strings that will fuck up the government. Believe me or not. Shit like that happens. Another thing, yeah. The buildings was a controlled demolition, boom, 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 boom. Speaking of the government shit, Okay, a lot of people know that the CIA, straight up, their job is to gather intelligence, stabilize other countries, or we take countries over, kill people. Straight up. CIA's job. Granted, you don't hear about it. It's not public knowledge. All that shit happens under the radar. You don't hear about it, you don't know about it. Until 20, 30, 40 years down the road, when it's irrelevant and you really don't remember what they've been talking about. That's another point of mine, Can't trust your own government. If they'll go and overthrow other countries and makes you think they're not doing it now, which they are. They have all these things they do to overthrow. But that's another thing, They'll go and destabilize other countries, attack their citizens. It means they won't do it here. Do your research and you'll see how everything's changed. People. I used to wait for my kids at the airport at the terminal. Can't do that shit anymore. 9/11 fucked that up. Just little shit, but in the grand scheme of things, it was an inside job. Because if the government will go and overthrow other countries to stay in power and to be this and that, to make money, makes you think they won't do it here. I don't trust the government. Sad fact. But just be cautious. What's going on around you? Pay attention to things. No matter how little the thing is, pay attention to it. It will all fit into a bigger picture. If you do your research. But it was just a little spur of the moment thing. I thought, hey, I'd explain what I thought. Blah, blah, blah. And that's what I think. I think of shit that makes sense, evidence. That's it. Use common sense. But don't be so dumbed down where you can't think critically. Yeah, rehash my points. Straight up. That's how I am. Okay. Transfer, I can't really remember the numbers. But I think 1, 2, and 7. Straight down. Boop, 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 boop. It fell. Okay. And if watch demolition videos, look how those buildings fall. They'll either fall like this, or they'll go straight down. Common sense. Observation. It was planned to happen. Boom, boom, every 5 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Matter of 45 minutes to an hour. One fell. Boom, fell. One. That was brought down. There's no way for jet fuel to take that shit. 2. Speaking of demolitions, Shit's meant to go off at certain intervals, certain time. You know, them explosions. Accounts for that, it being demolished or it being taken out from the inside out. It's another thing if you watch a few videos and educate yourself about it. Too. You know, just do your research. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's just, I didn't write shit down. I didn't make points. I might do that after I make another video on it, and then I can make more sense. But I don't know if you get where I'm going with that. But yeah. Go ahead and be done. Get it done. So I mean, that's all I wanted to really rant about today. I know, my trailer. So, if you're thinking watching the videos, it all makes sense now. Okay, do it yourself. You want, you know what I'm saying? Information is power, or knowledge is power. Yeah. So have the knowledge to discern your information, to find out what's credible and what's not, and to connect them dots and make sense of it. That's all. A 16-minute video, that's it. Talk to you guys later.